The final formative assessment tool I'm going to show you today is called Go Formative, and I'm excited to show all of the many options it offers. For that reason, some people might think it feels a little more complicated, but it has a lot of great things to offer. It's entirely free, and I definitely think it's a tool to add to your toolbox. To access it, you go to goformative.com. On my teacher side, I've already logged into my free account, and I can visit my dashboard. Now here might be some of the quiz sets or the formative lessons that I've saved to my library, as well as some that I have created myself. We are going to go ahead and demonstrate the area and perimeter quiz that I just made up not too long ago. Here I have the option to edit it and add more questions, to assign it, and to go into live results mode or share it with other teachers. So there is a public library, or there's publicly shared formative assessments inside of GoFormative, and there's a lot of capabilities here for sharing them with others as well. If I assign it, I do have a couple of options here that are different than some of the other ones, in that I can set up classes inside of my formative account, and I can actually input student names ahead of time so that when I assign it to a specific class, those students would get the notification that it was ready for them. In this case, since I'm doing it for PD purposes, I'm just going to enable for everyone and make it publicly available so that anyone can respond without a login, and they won't see their feedback or their scores. They're just taking it as a guest. However, it does generate a quick code. I can send out a link, assign it on Google Classroom, or use embed code. And on the student side, since I don't want to create student accounts in this example, I will just enter this code into the quick code box. It's a little bit longer of a code, but it does stay the same for this quiz, so that makes it easy to assign and share. Let's go ahead and go. I do have to enter a name, a first and a last name, if I bypass the sign up or the login with Google here. So I'll continue without logging in, but I will put a first and a last name so that it lets me through. Now, the students, in this case, I've chosen to let them see all 4 questions at once, so they can take this formative assessment in any order and at their own pace. When they do enter a response, for example, on this first question, they will go ahead and click their choice. And then in the live results, the teacher would see what everyone had answered. Actually, even people that have taken this in the past. But the newest response will show up soon. I can see the average score and what each student answered. Here's the me that is this current answer. I put in A area, and it shows up that it's red. Let's scroll down to the second question. In this one, you have a video to watch and then a drawing underneath of it. So after I listened to how they figure out perimeter and area, then I would draw the rectangular figure that has the area of 24 square inches. This could be made to be as nice looking as they want it to, but the general idea here is that their drawings are instantly displayed on the teacher's screen. Now on the teacher's screen, I do have to navigate to each question individually, and here are all my students' drawings that they've entered. There's me right in the middle. You can see that it's instantly up there, and students don't have to hit send or wait for the teacher to advance to the next question. On this question type, question 3, students are asked to calculate the area and perimeter of each rectangle and then mark their answers on the side. This is honestly just a worksheet. It's a PDF. So GoFormative allows the teachers to add traditional worksheets to their questions, and then students can annotate on top of them. This one might be a little bit hard because it's kind of small spaces, but you could do this as a map where students would need to highlight or circle answers, or it could just be work out the math problem one question at a time to give them more space and more room to submit their answers. And again, when we go to question 3 on the teacher side, we'll see everyone's submitted responses. Then as we scroll down, the fourth question is just an enter your response type question. And so students would actually be able to type, and then the teacher would see all of those typewritten responses there. So Go Formative has some really great features in here. If I go back to the main dashboard on the teacher side, oh, and here's the submit button. There we go. So my work has been submitted. On the teacher side, there are some really great reports as well. You can find some pre-made quizzes in the public quizzes, view video tutorials. Here's where you set up your classes, all inside of here. And the community is up at the very top. So I encourage you to try out Go Formative. It might be a new tool that will just be enough to allow some flexibility in your teaching, maybe help create some more blended learning experiences for your students, and definitely give you some feedback that you as a teacher can help assess students' learning and take them to even greater depths of learning.